and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, my name is David Popovich, aka the Bookworm, and welcome to Bookworms Goosebumps 2000 Retrospective. Today, we look at Stein's version of the classic Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story, only it's not quite that outside of having a silly title. This is Jekyll and Heidi. 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 Get it? Heidi Davidson is going through a rough patch. She's moving into her Uncle Jekyll's place and her view of her future isn't a bright one. I feel like a blur. My life was all bright colors, but now my future is a gray, mysterious blur. Oh, boo-hoo! We all have problems! What's making this move so hard on you? Parents getting a divorce? Are they having financial troubles? What possible problem could they have that will in no way factor into the plot? My parents, they were killed in a horrible car accident. Goddamn, I'm an asshole. So that's why she's moving in with her estranged uncle and cousin, who she hasn't seen since she was 5, who happens to also be a scientist. They live in an old mansion on top of a hill overlooking a small Vermont village. And while her backstory is tragic, it's not long after she arrives that she meets a village boy who warns her about something that's been terrorizing the village. There's an ugly creature, Aaron continued, his eyes locked on mine. It terrorizes the village. I mean, it runs wild, it wrecks houses and stores, and it hurts people. What does this have to do with Uncle Jekyll? I asked. Aaron swallowed. A lot of people here in the village believe your uncle is responsible. Of course, they play with the idea that Uncle Jekyll is somehow related to Dr. Jekyll, but Heidi points out how that was just a story, though considering what we've seen in Goosebumps, it wouldn't surprise me if it turned out to be fact. Anyway, at the house, Heidi begins to wonder if there is any truth that Jekyll is up to something, from hearing strange animal noises in his lab. It sounded like an animal grunt. A pig, maybe? I held my breath and listened. Another pig grunt, followed by frightened cries, like an animal caught in a trap. An animal in pain. To her uncle freaking out when she tells him what she heard, to finding claw marks. Long, deep scratch marks, like ruts cut into the walls, as if some animal had raked its claws over the walls. Clawed them.
Maggots, maggots, maggots.
Until the wallpaper on all 4 walls stood scratched and shredded. Along with hearing the village scream in terror at night, and her uncle and cousin fighting over their terrible secrets, Heidi needs to get to the bottom of this mystery before she finds herself the mysterious beast's next victim. The cover is good. Our hero Heidi looking in awe and fright as she sees a horrible transformation take place, seeing what once was a man turn into a disgusting beast that's part man, part bear, and pig? No. All surrounded by lab equipment and a broken jar of what was left of the formula. It gets the job done to get you in the mood for horror. Half human, half beast. The story itself was overall good. It will be best not to go into it like it's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story. The book plays with the idea, but it really isn't what the true horror the story has waiting for us. I don't want to say too much else because it will spoil everything, but just keep in mind the creature only appears at night, and remember Goosebumps loves to throw twists over what you think is really happening. Honestly, you'll most likely figure out the twist like I did, but there is a good atmosphere in the book. In fact, once everything was done and over with, I wanted to read more. The story has a lot of tragedy, not only with Heidi, but also with Jekyll and his daughter. The story is simple, but it carries with it a lot of weight of family, loss, truth, and caring for those you love. It plays out like a classic Universal monster movie in all the best ways, with an ending that, when you think about it, leaves you with a lot of unanswered threads, but you still feel satisfied as the story doesn't feel padded. Even when the obvious twist happens, you want to see what happens next, yet you know this is it. There are no more stories after this, and it's sad because if anything was worthy of a 2-parter, it is this one. So yeah, the book is good, with the only bad part being that you want to see the story continue, which is not bad. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about Jekyll and Heidi? Till next time, have a scary day.